The M3X Triton by Olight. It's a 700 lumen long range flashlight. This is excellent for a spotlight and for many other different purposes. The throw on this light is really incredible. So we're going to take a look. It comes in this really nice box. Olight is really good about coming out with really good presentation boxes to protect your investment. And a flashlight, if it's a really high quality flashlight, is an excellent investment. Okay, right out of the box we have a very elongated flashlight, 1-inch tube diameter body, and then you have this large head. And we're going to look at some of the advantages of this in just a second, but we're going to talk about some of the accessories that you get with the light. And first is your stainless steel clip that goes right here. This is of course removable. You do have a nice sheath for your light to fit in with Velcro belt loop and D-ring. Also have a couple of spare O-rings, and then we have a couple of other accessories that we're going to talk about here in just a minute. Olight makes a really incredible line of flashlights, and I have reviewed quite a few Olight products, and they're always top-notch. But one of the things that makes the M3X really unique is its power source system. Now it takes either 3 of the CR123s, or it can take 4 of the CR123s with this extension tube, or with the extension tube you can take 2 of the 18650s. I really like the rechargeable 18650s. All of these are lithium-ion batteries, and they're very intense power sources. But the one thing I really like about the 18650 is it is rechargeable, rather than the CR123s. But your power source is really high, and your run times, though, are shorter. Now, one of the things about this system is that if you go with 3 CR123s, adding another one, or adding the 2 18650s, will not give you any increase in lumens, but it will give you increase in run times. It does come with this little sleeve which you can unscrew, and then you place your CR123s down in, and that gives you some stability with the batteries. The 18650 is slightly larger in diameter, but you can still use the CR123s typically in your flashlight without the sleeve, but this really helps, especially if you have a weapons mount attached to your flashlight, and just from the recoil, this really keeps your battery stable. The flashlight without the extension is 8 1/4 inches. You add another 1.5 inches with your extension. I'm going to demonstrate this light though with the attachment on the flashlight itself, and go ahead and place my batteries in the light. One of the things I want to mention too about using batteries, you need batteries of the same lot, and you need batteries of the same power. If you have batteries that are charged at different charges, it can cause issues with your flashlight. Now, the M3X does have a battery protection system in it, because if you switch polarities or anything, this does have a protective system in it. It's going to keep you from damaging the light or even worse. Now you access your batteries here, but you can also unscrew here at the top and separate the head from the body. And here you're going to be able to see the connection point. Really nice, solid connections with your spring. And then also here at the end you have a nice connection right here. Solid construction, really nicely made. Adding just a little bit of silicone right here really helps to protect the threads and gives your O-ring just a little more oomph if you're submersing this or it gets wet in the elements. The max output of the M3X is 700 lumens, and it's a really intense spotlight, and then you're going to have a flood around it. I do like the range of this spotlight, and we're going to look at the reasons for that in a minute, but the way you go to your next mode is you just twist the head. So you twist the head down. Now you're down to 60 lumens. Now, one of the things about having a flashlight that'll drop down is at this point right here you have 15 hours of runtime with your flashlight. With it extended to the 700 lumens, you're only going to have 1.2 hours. So this is going to give you great intensity if you need to see something from a distance, and then if you are just using regular task, you can drop it down to 60 lumens and have enough light to be able to function. Now, to get your strobe setting, you just do a quick twist. Now you have your strobe setting. This is also at the 700 lumens, but it will go for 2.4 hours, so just a little under 2.5 hours. And then to disengage, just twist and come back. Really, this is a really simple light. I do like push pads and different memories, but the problem is sometimes you forget what's the right, how to get to the certain setting. And one of the things about this twist head is it's on, you turn it, it's down. You turn it back, it's up. You turn it quickly, and you've got your strobe. Very simple, just 3 modes, but I think it covers a lot with those 3 modes. There is a temperature control system in the light itself, so if you're leaving it at that high lumen output, after a while it'll drop down once this thing reaches a certain temperature. Any LED flashlights, you're going to get some heat generated up here at the top, which is just the nature of LED. So any kind of protection system is really great to have. Now the LED is the XML, and this will give you 50,000 hours of runtime. One of the things beautiful too about an LED is you don't really need spare bulbs. You don't really have to worry about these things shattering like you'd used to with the incandescent. And that makes this a great weapons mounted light. Now the body is the 1-inch body, so it is conducive to the standard 1-inch weapons mounts. Here it makes a nice mate with this long 20-inch heavy bull barrel AR, and as you can see it fits right there on the Picatinny rail. Have your mount and then the light, and it's easy access. You can use the Olight pressure switch system right here. Of course this is sold separately, but it does have the side touch here for strobe, and then you have constant on as well. Now you can see the reflector, it's deep, which will really give you a lot of throw. Then you have a very smooth reflector, which makes the quality of light very nice. The lens itself is scratch resistant, it's reflective resistant. It is a mineral glass. It's has an anti-shattering property as well. But one of the other things that protects the lens is this crenulated bezel, or these scallops. And this also, not only does it protect the lens, but it also gives you a defensive tool. This can be used for pressure points. It can be used as an impact tool. Now, one of the things I do like about the length of a flashlight like this is it can also be used as a baton. Do not discount having a flashlight as a defensive tool, because this is a very effective non-lethal option. What's really neat about this flashlight is here at the pressure pad you have also a crenulated end, so you can go both ways with this flashlight to be able to use this as a defensive tool as well. A little sharper, a little more pointed here, and then you have more of a broader here, so you can go either way. One thing I do like about this light too is it will stand on its end cap. So you can turn the light on and have illumination with it standing up. Also, when it's down on its face and it is on with the crenulated bezel, you're able to tell that the light is on. These make great security lights. A lot of law enforcement and military really like the lights with a little longer body to be able to grasp hold of and to get some leverage with. The weight of the flashlight is 38 ounces, so it has a really nice heft to it. And really, to me, that is really important, especially if you have a much larger flashlight. If you want lesser weight, then buy a smaller light. But I think for this type flashlight, this is has a really good balance to it. It's a nice feel to it. The balance point is right here before the head. So you have your body here, the head, and then you have your balance point right here in the middle. Now, it is rated IPX8, which means that it's submersible up to 2 meters. And also, it also protects from dust and different particles that might get into the light itself. Okay, we're going to drop it in the water and do our regular test. Got the strobe on. Beautiful, beautiful as always. This way, if you drop your light in the water, you don't have to worry about it. And it seems like it's raining when you're out doing this stuff anyway. Okay. All right. Still working good. The body itself is made from an aircraft grade aluminum. It is a hard anodized type 3 finish on the light. Keeps it looking good longer. And it does have a lot of texturing, knurling all around it, and this really helps if in wet conditions, slippery conditions, to be able to hold on to your light. Okay, we're going to be checking out the M3X Triton by Olight, and just a great throwing light, I've really been checking out a few of these throwers, and it's just amazing how long these beams are. So we're just going to check it out. Okay, here's the max output at 700 lumens. Even though the beam really is pointed, it's a perfect beam, because you can see the beam. But it also has a nice spill down here at the grass. So you're kind of getting the best of both worlds here. So you're getting a real pinpoint beam, and yet you're getting your spill as well. Now to get down to 60 lumens, which is the next setting, we just turn the head. You can see here the 60 lumens. You can't really pick up the spill that's around here. But you just watch that spotlight. And really it lights up a large area out from, which is really greater than what usually 60 lumens will do. And here we are in our strobe setting. Just a twist of the head gives that strobe, so it's really quick to access. Now, as you can see, the whole field area right here is lit up. The spotlight is intense. Great searchlight. We're looking at about 50 yards down there along that tree line, all along the fence. It's just too bright. This is max output. We're going to drop it down to the 60 lumens, the low. Just blindingly bright, very intense. That's about 30-35 yards out to that little bush line there, tree line. Tree's about 20 yards. Here's our strobe setting here, very intense. Okay, this building, from where I'm standing, I've got it zoomed in. It's about 50 yards. And as you can see, it just blinds that building. We've got a really good spotlight on the building itself. That deep reflector really shows itself out here. Down to my shed, down to the bottom, really intense light. It's 75 yards down there, and it just lights up that entire area. Look out through there. That's about 75 yards out through there, and it really brightens up everything. Okay, we have the low setting. It still gets that field down through there. You can see the light very well. Now the Olight weapons mount and the pressure pad is available along with the M3X Triton at goinggear.com. And I'll tell you, the guys at Going Gear are great. Marshall's a good buddy of mine, and he provided the light for me to do this review. So you can go to goinggear.com and get 10% off using Such in the coupon code, and it's free shipping over $49. So you're getting a really good deal for a great flashlight that's really versatile and has very modular for all your different needs. The Olight M3X Triton. Excellent quality light, super thrower, highly recommended. Be strong, be of good courage. God bless America. Long live the Republic. All the way to the top of our road here. It's over 300 yards to the top. There's a house up there. It's just brighten up. I know those people think I'm crazy.